Hello, and welcome to the Collapse Experiment, which I'm now realizing is a very fitting name. We are in the upstairs of my house. You've seen some of the downstairs from previous videos. Yes, it used to be a barn. And yes, it is currently still stuck in the middle of remodeling. It's pretty much been in the same state except for some of the walls that you see here since the late 90s. Yeah, we bought it like this. And currently, I'm trying to figure out how to make this room right here a living space. Because I was asked to leave the downstairs. So let's take a look, shall we? So this is probably the best room that I can think of because it connects to the bathroom that is up here. As you can see, the walls were never finished, but fortunately there is some press board over here. That battery needs to be changed, but there is currently no room to put a ladder in here in order to take care of that battery. I am getting the whiff of something that smells like maybe a mouse or something has died in here. And it's a lot smaller than I anticipated. But the walls are not insulated. I don't know if you can see the tar paper there, which means that there's only the siding on the outside of that. Somebody has initially started putting insulation up. Not the type that I would have used, but got the walls here that still need to be finished. There's outlets. I have to move all of this stuff out of here before I can even get started. I also have to finish with the root cellar. So yeah, this is my project for the week. And with the root cellar, I've got all the shelves already in there. They still need to be put together. All the stuff needs to be organized onto it. But when that is done, I'll be able to free up some space to get the stuff out of that room so I can turn it into a living space and work on the walls and everything else that needs to be worked on. And this is supposed to be the gym. As you can see, more unfinished walls, more batteries that need to be switched out that I can't get to because of the amount of stuff that's in here. Most of this, however, is food storage that can be moved into the root cellar once that is finally done. So this is a door that's an issue. It's the reason why we can't get homeowners insurance, because they say, oh, you need a handrail and some stairs. And if you look, there's nothing but a metal roof that's currently keeping the water from getting into the root cellar. Yeah. So I had a list of a bunch of other things that I was going to do this week, but due to the current living situation and the current weather, none of that is happening at all. I have to somehow figure out how to get my stuff up here where there's no heat and it's currently 35 degrees outside. What about the cabin? Well, the cabin doesn't have electricity or plumbing, so nope. I already considered the whole cabin situation. And while it would be nice to stay out there in the winter because it's got a wood burning stove and I don't have to worry about freezing my ass off, it's lacking literally everything else. So, yeah, this is quite the situation. I literally feel like I am right where I was 15 years ago. And that was when me and my ex-wife separated. Except she left me with the house. She didn't want anything to do with the house because it was in the ghetto. The house that she picked out was in the ghetto. So she left me with the mortgage. She left me with the car payment. She took the paid off car. Purposely made sure that her name wasn't on the new car when we got that one. It's almost like they planned that ahead of time. And yeah, so currently I have to get my own living situation taken care of. And I don't even know where the hell to start. Because I can start taking that stuff out of there. There really isn't anywhere to put it. I've got to put those walls up. I'd like to insulate the walls, which is going to cost, right? I don't have any fucking money right now. If I don't move any money out of the current savings, I have about $30 in checking until I get paid on Friday. And most of my paycheck on Friday is going towards the $650 propane bill, which I am going to get help on. And yet, I will not be living where the propane is used. So yeah, I will be dealing with that. And whatever money is left over will go towards groceries, gas in the car, and I'll have to wait another 2 weeks to get paid again, in which case the phone bill, which is both of our phones, I'll be paying for. The electricity bill will be coming out of that. And go on from there. So this is currently my life. I am basically being booted out of my living space because somebody wants their space. And that's about it. The place that I am hardly ever at, except for at night, to sleep, because I work 2 jobs to pay for everything. But I'm getting booted out. So that's it. That's where I'm at. Fortunately, I've got stuff to work with. If it wasn't shitty outside, I suppose I still could be working on the root cellar. Maybe that's what I'll be doing after I get done with this. But currently I've got no starting point. I'm going to have to buy a futon. I don't really want a bed at this point. I just want something I can sleep on and roll up and tuck to the side because even though all of the space, yes, there's a loft up here. Um, there's yet a third floor that we have up there, which the intention is to turn that into like a loft hangout library type situation. But who fucking knows at this point? No, even with all of the space up here, due to the heating situation, which I do have a electric radiant heater that I could put in there, which is just a huge fucking waste of money because, again, the walls are not insulated. I'm not keeping any of the heat in there. So basically, I would just be literally burning money in order to heat that room. But no, she wants me out of here and in the second floor of the house where I have my own entryway, own separate living space. I'll have my own bathroom, access to water. Fortunately, I've got an electric griddle that I can heat water and food on. Got my own water filter that I can use for drinking water. I can make my own tea. Mini fridge. I should probably get a mini fridge. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at this as 15 years ago, where I had my own garden. Is that even coming up in there? Like right around here. I'll be going out there and gardening in the spring. Spring. Can't garden here until June. Anything before June, and it's just going to die. Unless you're doing something like cabbage or spinach or carrots or anything that will survive frost. So I'll be growing my own food. I've got plenty of food and food storage. Aside from fresh produce, which, again, hopefully I'll just be growing a good portion of that this summer, I've got a shit ton of other food. I'd like to get the gym cleared out. That would be awesome. Get all that into the root cellar. Put that thing to good use, which nobody else in the house seems to give a shit about. And whatever, not their thing. But what's interesting is, if something does happen, nothing's going to happen. If something never does happen, wow, so glad we have all that. So that is where I'm at. Got my work cut out for me this week. And I know I'm not the only person that's either going through this or has gone through this. I've gone through this before. But yeah, it sucks. And this is the state of things currently. I've got to figure out how to turn all that into a living space on a budget. But get some carpet in there. Some carpet. Get some walls up. Any heat is going to be leaving through those rafters unless I put like some type of drop ceiling or something up there. Good times. So this is where we're at. Keep on typing.